takes a shot, score! It goes in! Huberdeau turns and shoots and scores! Keith fires and hits off the post, rebound, score! Hoogie-doogie-doo! Barkov between the legs, unbelievable! On, Barkov in front, hat-trick! Did you just do that?
Hey guys, what's going on? Georgia Game 6 here, and wow, I have not been here for a while. We got a major win tonight against the Arizona Coyotes. And, I really don't know how to take on this video. The fact that our channel name doesn't even have to do with the Florida Panthers anymore, if you know what I mean. Kind of crazy. I mean, first if we look back real quick, I had a very busy weekend. Did not have the ability to make videos. The Panthers lose to the LA Kings, which we all kind of saw coming. We lose to the Vegas Golden Knights, which we all kind of saw coming, but not in that fashion. I didn't see any of the highlights from that game. I watched the whole Kings game, which was pretty miserable. But tonight was a little frustrating, but I'll take it. And I'll tell you why, and I'll get to it. But first of all, I'm about to do my podcast here after this, where I will address it and really talk about it. But I will address the Vincent Trocheck trade. Now, you guys know I'm a big Marvel fan. And like Thanos would say, like, this was inevitable. I can't even snap, by the way. That's a fun fact. I don't know how to snap. This was inevitable, if you know what I mean. This was inevitable. Vincent Trocheck was going to get moved. Because for the past few years, this team has been looking in Springfield and thinking that Henrik Borgstrom is going to be their next second-line center if Vincent Trocheck couldn't step up his play. And he hasn't been. Vincent Trocheck's play has been atrocious. And he now goes to Carolina. But this was just so inevitable because we were frustrated. Dale Talon was frustrated. The ownership was getting extremely frustrated with how this team was playing. And it all came, and one of the biggest strengths that we talked about going into the year was the center depth. Borgstrom, Trocheck, Barkov. That's what we expected it to be. It wasn't that. Borgstrom went to the A. And Trocheck went to nothing. Broke his ankle against Nashville. Then came back. Little spurts of like goodness. Not greatness, goodness. And nothing happened. I'm going to get to this in the podcast. But the return, I understand it. And if you want to hear more on my opinion and the stuff that I've heard in the past, even the last 2 hours that really have shed some light on this deal, go listen to my podcast. I will be uploading it later tonight. But let's talk about the game. So the Florida Panthers go very emotionally into Arizona. I believe it's called Gila River Arena to face the Arizona Coyotes, who also desperately need wins right now as they're also fighting for a playoff spot as they continue to lose, and they're still using their rental in Taylor Hall. So right now, the Florida Panthers also have to win this game, shockingly. And when I say shockingly, I say shockingly. Because like I say, I take a lot of pride and get very excited when the Leafs lose. And the Leafs lost to a 42-year-old emergency goaltender, Zamboni driver, who works for them. That's everything. And I was out that night, and then I found out the next day. Like, I didn't think it was that much of a story, but when I really saw everyone's reactions, I realized, yeah, this is a story. So shockingly, to get serious again, shockingly, they beat Tampa. Tampa didn't show up to that game. Horrible. I watched it. I watched it earlier tonight before the Cats started. I watched that third period before the Panther game, during the Panther game. And wow, Tampa. Come on, guys. I was even wearing my Stamkos jersey. I was that invested. I don't put on jerseys often at home. Only at games. I was invested. Nothing. But the Panthers knew that they had to take care of business no matter what, win or lose on the Leafs side. Because Thursday's huge. Thursday's huge. And now, the Panthers go into Arizona, and they start out playing like complete dog, if you know what I mean. As I pull up the recap here, Keith Yandel is just so frustrating. When we think that we didn't get a defenseman at the deadline, this is where I look back. When you put a pair out there of Mike Matheson and Keith Yandel, and on the power play, after Bobrovsky had a little bit of a kerfuffle, not totally blaming it on him, Keith Yandel can't get the puck away. And wide open in front is Brad Richardson, getting his 6th goal of the year. This one short-handed before the Panthers go down 1-0. Then in the second period, got it right back. Frank Vetrano from Mike Hoffman snipes one far side. Then in the third period, what a play this was. Back to Huberdeau, back in front, circling his Mike Hoffman around the side. This was beautiful. And the Panthers grab the 2-1 lead, and they hold on. They win the game. So let's evaluate here. Panthers pick up Eric Holla and Walmark. And I like these guys so far. They provide a lot of work. I've always been a fan of Holla, even back to his Vegas and Minnesota days, actually. I thought Vegas got a steal in this guy when they got him in the expansion. Sergei Bobrovsky stole the show. Completely. This defense was horrendous tonight. The defense was horrible. Garbage, again. And we can't overlook that anymore. But at this point in the season, to me, I think it's not entirely about fixing your problems. What I think it is at this point, it's primarily winning. And when you have 20 games left and you're having a dogfight in the division with just one other team, this is all about winning. It's not about getting better. I mean, it always is. It's not about always seeing what the future's like. It's about winning right now. That's what it is. And that's the bottom line. The Leafs are struggling. They won tonight, but they're struggling. The Panthers are struggling, but they got to come out of this. They just beat Arizona, a hardworking defensive team, and we don't usually beat defensive teams because our offense really drives our game. And we won because Sergei Bobrovsky stole the game. He did. Alexander Barkov looked completely silent to me. Huberdeau had the one pass. It's extremely hard to get scoring when you're not getting anything from your top guys. There was a conversation earlier in the year about Austin Matthews and William Nylander and Mitch Marner that they only played when they really wanted to. I'm starting to think about this with Jonathan Huberdeau and Alexander Barkov. I get it. You lost your friend. He's going to do a little storm surge BS. But you're still on an NHL team. This is not beer league, okay? This is beer league, and you have your best friend moving away. I'd understand it. But this is the National Hockey League. This isn't beer league with your best friends. You can be friends. You can be best friends with your guys during the summer. This is the National Hockey League. This is a business. Who cares? You go out there and you play hockey and you win. That's what they did. You got to do just that. I am so completely tired, guys. That's why I'm monotone right now. But you got to win. You got to win hockey games. That's the bottom line. And now that we've addressed tonight and the deadline, oh boy, Thursday, oh boy. Thursday's the season. It is. 2 points behind the Leafs. One game in hand? Is that what it is? I'm checking right now. Is that 1 game in hand on Toronto? Yes. Yes, it is. It is 1 game in hand on the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we're not getting wild card. I don't think we're getting wild card. It's going to be either of the Islanders, Blue Jackets, or Hurricanes. One of those three. Or 2 of those 3. The Rangers aren't going to squeak in. And then it's us. We are fighting with the Leafs. The Leafs have 74 points. I really think it's up to this game on Thursday. Florida Panthers host the Toronto Maple Leafs on Thursday, and their biggest game of the year, if the third period tonight wasn't as big. But we got to come out hard. We got to come out pressuring because these guys are nervous. We got to come out with great defense. Sergei Bobrovsky's got to play his best of the year right now, if he already hasn't been. This is all about Bob. This is all about the team really executing. And we need to outwork. Not only do we need to outwork this team, we need to make them not want to play anymore like they have been in the last few weeks. Okay? Because Sheldon Keefe can't get these guys to buy in. They're at the low point. They lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for the team. Come on. Bob, if David Ayers can stop the puck, so can you. Bottom line. No, seriously. I will be in my friend's fourth row seats, so hopefully Barkov can go between the legs and get me on TV again. But this is huge. This is a big game, and I really, really hope the Panthers can come out on top for this one. I'm really, really excited. So that's really it. I'm so completely nervous for Thursday, and I'm really hoping we get the win. The best thing is I don't have school on Friday, so I could go as long as I want on the postgame. So, hopefully you... Wow, shut the mic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this postgame as the Florida Panthers defeat the Arizona Coyotes with a score of 2-1, a major game. But Thursday's the big one, and I will see you guys after that one.